Do you feel like your marketing's not working anymore? You're not alone. If you're tired of waiting for referrals instead of getting leads on demand, let's explore why organic marketing is fizzling out and what you should do about it. That's what we're doing on today's show. Hey guys, welcome back. Listen, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell here on YouTube. And thank you. We're just about to hit 70,000 subscribers on YouTube, making us the #1 YouTube channel for travel agents worldwide. And we're so honored to do that for you. If you're new here, also type a little I'm new. And if you're new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I'm the CEO and founder of Wanderlust Campus. Wanderlust Campus is the travel industry's training department. We help you launch, grow, and supersize your travel businesses through certification. We have award-winning certifications that are considered the gold standard at this point in the industry. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, you can visit us at travelschool.com, and I will link all that information down below. But today we're talking about how to market your travel agency in 2025. And also the money you might be leaving on the table by not adjusting your marketing strategy. And here's the thing, if you've been counting on organic marketing the last few years, it's been working fantastic, and all of a sudden it is not working as well as it used to. You're not alone, guys, but this is the thing. When you have cycles in business where we have trends and all the things happening, when the marketing starts to change and the landscape adjusts a little bit, sometimes you have to mix it up and make sure that you are layering in. And now is the time to start layering in paid marketing. So we're going to talk about a good mix. In fact, that's what I want to start with, is having a multifaceted marketing plan. You guys, if you've been following the channel a while, I've been talking about this for years. I am not sure if I pioneered this concept, but listen, I know I've been preaching it from the mountaintops to help all of you. I've always said you cannot put all of your eggs in one basket. So those of you that have been depending on organic, and it was working, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm having to do more to get less. And you have to understand you have to make a shift in your marketing. So hopefully you had already a multifaceted marketing plan in place, but here's what I want you to think about. I'm going to go through the categories right now to help you as well. So we have organic marketing. Most of you guys are doing that because it's the free stuff. Everyone does the free stuff. That's a problem. Everyone does the free stuff, and when everyone's doing it, and then it's kind of like white noise from a consumer perspective. But these are things like your social feeds. Maybe you're doing a blog, the emails that you're sending out. Those can be considered organic marketing. They don't cost you financially any money out of your marketing budget, but they cost you time or they cost you energy. And don't discount that as well. But that's one type. Then you have your community marketing, things like your groups. If you have a Facebook group, or you have a local group, or any group that you might be fostering kind of a conversation around travel. Maybe you're doing live streams, or you're doing some list building. Those would be what I would consider kind of community building type aspects. They might cost you a little, but primarily those are almost free as well. And then you have paid marketing. This is the juicy stuff everyone is scared to do, but it's the one that will deliver leads on demand. These are things like paid ads, having real funnels in your sales system, and also being able to retarget your customers. And this is also the one that is the hardest to back engineer or reverse engineer, because everyone sees oh, this one's in Cyndi's multi-million-dollar club. I know this one is successful and this one got this award. Let me try to figure out what they're doing. And you can't figure out what they're doing. In fact, I did a keynote speech for Travify a couple months ago, and I said, here's the ad that you guys all see. And there is a way to kind of find people's ads and things like that. But here's the ad that you see. And then I showed them what one of our hundreds of sales funnels looks like, and people were like, oh my gosh, because I was like, this is what is actually behind the scenes that nobody can see. This is the engineering behind the marketing that takes the client through, I've captured your email, now what? Now how do I build that know, like, trust factor, and how do I get that traffic and turn it into a conversion for my business? And that's where so many of you are like, I feel like I'm doing everything. I'm doing all the things. I promise you, you're not, because you can't see. It's like the Wizard of Oz. You can't see what's behind the curtain, right? You don't know what you don't know. So paid marketing can be tricky that way. And paid marketing can also be hard to understand if you don't have a marketing background, or you haven't, like I always tell people, we spend multiple six figures a year just in marketing. So like when you're working with other coaches and things like that, ask them, how much do you spend on marketing every single month? And we share that transparent with our clients because we want you guys to know we know what we're doing. We spend between $15,000 to $20,000 per month on paid marketing. So do you think I have some good test data on what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing? Of course we do, right? And that only happens because a portion of that money has been wasted over time so we can learn what to do really, really well. Now, when we boil that down and we create our proven systems in Wanderlust Campus inside our certification programs, that's the strategies and proven systems that will be inside those programs. They're very complex, and it would take way more than a 15-minute video to explain even one of the concepts to you. But just so you know, in terms of as you guys are considering, I understand why that's overwhelming. And I'm not saying you have to use our programs or sign up for our certification, but what I'm saying is if you are going to go the DIY route, you do need to understand that going through the learning curve of paid marketing, you're going to have to decide what your marketing budget is, and you're going to have to understand and really comprehend in your heart of hearts, where none of us want to lose money, you are going to lose some of that money in the testing process if you don't know what you're doing. But you don't really have a choice at this juncture when we see organic marketing kind of on a tailspin down. In order to get the same results you got last year, you've got to get more leads into your travel business. How are you going to do that? You can't organic it to death because it's white noise at this point. You've got to start layering in some of this paid marketing. Another channel might be things like strategic partnerships, or really getting a good referral plan in place, referral program in place. If you have a good set of clientele, really working that database inside campus, we call that database mining. We also have strategies for that. But if you have a really solid database, thinking about how you can leverage that into a referral program as well. So what are the travel agents that are having the most success out there doing right now? Honestly, they're consistently showing up in all these spaces. So they have a really good organic plan. You still have to have some organic stuff out there so people can see you, they can have a relationship with you. I'll give you a perfect example. Go over and visit us on Instagram, right? If you want to learn a little bit more about Cyndi, you want to see what I have for coffee on Sunday, you want to learn about my family, you can find all that over on Instagram. Or you want to see where I'm traveling the world this summer, all the things. That's an example of organic marketing. I'm inviting you to go, hey, let's see if we vibe together, right? Let's see if working together would make sense. And you can, in a very non-direct way, kind of just be a voyeur in my life and go, do I like this person? Do I not like this person? No hard feelings, and either way, but you can kind of check me out, right? Or if you have your travel business, you need to do the same thing for the world. You should be creating that environment where people can kind of see what you're about, right? In a very non-confrontational way. Not that I would ever be confrontational, or you would either, but just meaning kind of in a relaxed way. They can go, oh, let me see what this company's about. Let me learn about them a little more. So you still have to have the organic stuff out there is what I'm getting at. So you need to have that, but also in your multifaceted plan, the agents who are doing the best job have a really solid paid added strategy in place. Maybe they also have one of those referrals that we talked about, and they are working in that community space as well. If they've built assets in that community space, they are doing the live streams, they're getting out there, they're talking about the things, they're getting visible in their business, or building brand authority around their niches. Those are all things that matter in that kind of, if you want to be in that top tier of agents who are bringing in leads on demand. So let's talk about why paid marketing matters in 2025. So I've already discussed the fact that organic reach is declining. It's just a fact. So especially on social platforms, like people are like getting a fatigue on social platforms. And so sometimes you see a bump, sometimes you don't, but like everybody's on there for all the things. And it's like trying to cut through the white noise is getting harder and harder. So paid marketing is really no longer optional if you are trying to scale. If you're just trying to keep your business where it's at, you might be able to pull it out with some good organic. But if you are looking to grow, the fastest way to kind of get leads on demand is with a paid strategy. Now the difficulty comes in like I mentioned before, is if you have an ad strategy, if you have paid ads without strategy, it feels like you're burning cash. So no niche, your message is probably not going to land. No funnel, you wasted all that traffic that you paid to get, right? No conversion system, you're not going to close. So making sure you have all of your systems in place when you're investing in paid advertising matters. And whether you're going through us to learn all of this stuff and build your marketing machine and get that system together, or you're hiring an expert, one of the things we do at campus is I keep an entire team of different experts on my roster. I have a Google expert, I have a Meta expert, I have a YouTube expert, I have a copy funnel expert. I have all of the top experts. So when my students come to my program, I'm not saying I know everything. In fact, if someone does tell you they know everything, you should run, right? A good leader makes sure that they put all these collection of great minds together to grow their business. So this is the same team that I use, that I trust my $15,000 to $20,000 a month to grow my businesses, that I put in front of my students, where they are able to show up, ask questions, learn the systems, go through the curriculum, do the things. So you can learn how to do it without making a lot of the mistakes in that learning environment as you're setting up your business system. So that becomes really, really important. But if you are doing it on your own, figure out which ones are you going to commit to, and whether you're working with us or you're finding your own experts, just understand you are going to have to invest some bucks in that. The typical expert is a good one is going to cost you a couple $1,000s a month before your ad budget, which they're going to require you to have an ad budget of $1,500 plus. So if you're paying someone $2,000 a month for their expertise, plus an extra $1,500 to $2,000 is your ad spend, you're looking at $3,000 to $4,000 a month per expert. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, right? See how it adds up really quickly, and it becomes outside of the budget for most travel professionals. That's why we've packaged it the way that we do, to make it as affordable as possible as you're earning your certification. But again, if it's whatever's good for you, if you have one expert you want to work with, all I'm saying is know those numbers and just know that this is what you really want to budget for if you're going to really kind of lean into paid advertising, which we all should be doing more of if you're going to cut through the noise and get into back to scaling your business, right? All right, so last but not least, I want to just share with you guys a couple tips. Again, to recap, have a multifaceted marketing plan. If your organic is solid and it's delivering leads, great, but don't depend on that alone. Start to add in paid marketing. Also think about that community aspect. Where could you be doing live streams? Do you have a video strategy in play? Do you have groups that you are fostering and kind of building your brand authority? These are not things that take a ton of time, but you just have to have a system in place. When we train our students all the marketing channels and we start to curate their well-crafted marketing plan and we start to set up their marketing machines with them, we figure out the type of person they are, the niches that they want to sell, and we plug all of these things in together. So by the end, they have a really solid marketing plan that they can plan, create, and schedule and automate it. So it's just running in the background all the time. So they can focus on showing up in their business, and while the back is kind of running, it's all automated. So think about that as well. Once you kind of have a well-crafted marketing machine and you have your eggs in different baskets, set it up so it's automated so it doesn't drive you crazy. Now, last but not least, how can Wanderlust Campus help you? So first and foremost, the gold standard of certification in the industry is by far the Careers on Vacation program. This is the #1 certification, our flagship program. This is where we spend 12 weeks with you. We have a new agent version and we have an experienced agent version. So those of you who are experienced agents, you can still take the Careers on Vacation program, but we put you on the experience track. So the curriculum is a little bit different. Also, obviously a little bit more advanced than someone just coming into the industry. But in either case, we are working with you to set up your marketing machine. It is not just a certification. There are smaller, little basic certifications you can find in the industry. Nothing wrong with those. However, understand at Wanderlust Campus, we put and partner the business building aspect with the certification, and it is packaged together. The reason I've done that from the beginning is because I can train you about ethics and the basics of the industry and all the things. That's not really going to do anything to help you grow your business, but you know what? what will? If I teach you how to build a marketing machine, if I teach you how to qualify clients, if I teach you what your tech stack could be, if I teach you how to automate, if I teach you how to sell better and faster, all of those things are going to get more money in your bank account. That's why we have all of the hundreds and hundreds of 5-star reviews and hundreds of case studies you can find right here on YouTube of our students actually getting results, and why we're on the Inc. 5000 this year. We are one of the fastest growing companies in America, not just in the travel industry, and by far becoming the biggest travel school in the country, which we're super excited about. So the easiest thing that you can do, I invite you to reach out to our success coaches that work in our enrollment department. We can do a quick goal mapping with you to understand where you and your business are and if it would be a match to work together. We're not going to try to oversell you on anything. It's really just to understand where you are and if it makes sense for us to work together. If it does, we will walk you through what the enrollment process is to get started in the Careers on Vacation program. You can visit us at careersonvacation.com/ready now if you want to learn more about that. And honestly, guys, within a couple months, you would have everything built out for your agency. Organic marketing, if you want to do paid marketing, we're going to walk you through all of the things we talked about today as well, in addition to having stronger automation systems, stronger operations, stronger sales. And you're going to feel so confident about doing your job, and you're going to get our new trademarked logos to use that no one else can use in the industry. So you will be a certified travel professional, be able to call yourself that and position yourself as an expert. That's a beautiful thing too as well. So guys, no matter where you are in your journey, I hope today's video helped you. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I'll see you out there in the world. Like that last video, I want to encourage you to check out the other content we have here on the channel. We have amazing content at every level, no matter where you are in your travel industry journey, from aspiring to new to growing. Even our travel agency owners, look for those playlists and you can find some amazing content that's really catered just to you. And by the way, if you haven't signed up for your Wanderlust Campus free account, make sure you do that too. And you know what? I'm going to pick some videos and put them for you right here. Check those out. I'll see you next time.